name is John Drummond. I'm executive chef for the Glenelg Group of Hotels. I'm based here in Killarney, which is one of the finest food destinations in Ireland, if not in Europe. It's full of top-class restaurants, and I'd like to give you an insight into what some of these restaurants are doing and what type of food they're producing. So I'm going to kick it off with Danú restaurant at the Brehon. And earlier today I met with its head chef, Mr. Chad Byrne. Well, here I am behind the scenes in Danú restaurant in the kitchen, the heartbeat of any good restaurant, and I'm with the head chef here, Chad Byrne. I believe you've represented Ireland in the Culinary Olympics, Chad, is that true?
It is true, John, yeah. I was in Germany there in October representing Ireland, part of the Irish Olympic team, so it was a true honour, I have to say.
And does that mean like you were running around after Usain Bolt with a frying pan around the track, or
No,
what's involved in that?
No, well, there's over 40 countries that entered the Olympics and over 5,000 chefs, so it was the best of the best. And I was delighted to be a part of it. It was quite an achievement.
Well done on that, that's fantastic. And tell me, Chad, tell me a little bit about your food philosophy here in Danú restaurant.
Very simple, John, to be honest. We don't have our airs or graces here. It's all about respect for the ingredients, respect for the produce, respect for the land, and respect for the local suppliers that churn out such great yields every year for us to use, such as the venison that we're going to do today. So it's keep our produce simple and just respect it.
Well, okay, this is the bit I'm really looking forward to today anyway, is seeing what kind of food you're doing, and it's obviously seasonal. And explain a bit what you're going to do for us, Chad.
Perfect, I will do, John. I'm going to do a little bit of fallow venison. We're going to serve it with lentils, some olive oil mash, and a beautiful prune and armagnac chutney.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Basically, this is our venison here. It's from the loin, okay? I'm going to season it with some salt, and what I've done with the salt, I've dried out some mushrooms and blitzed it down with the salt. It just adds a lovely, lovely flavour, another layer of flavour to the venison.
Oh, it looks great. I thought your salt looked a bit dark. That's a great tip there. And the mushrooms are obviously going to go with the venison as well. And
absolutely, absolutely. So just away from you in the pan, nice and gently. Make sure your pan's hot. And what I use vegetable oil instead of olive oil to fry with, because it burns at a higher temperature. If you were to fry with olive oil now, it would burn at about 160 degrees, which
and you get that smoky,
burnt olive flavour. So you don't actually want that. So that's the sound you're looking for now. When you hear that sound in the pan, you know you're sealing properly. Okay. So I'll just leave that there cooking away. I might explain a little bit about the potatoes. What I do for the potatoes here, John, is I boil them in their skin. Okay, it gives
that's for mashed potatoes, I thought.
For mashed potatoes,
for mashed potatoes, you boil them in the skin.
Yeah, the boys aren't too happy with me because it's a hard job to do. But what it does with the potato, it gives the potato a beautiful earthiness to the dish. It keeps all the vitamins in, and when you taste that, you'll taste a real proper mashed potato, like your mother used to make.
Wow, that's a great tip. That's a great tip.
I'll just turn this away, always away from you in the pan. There you go, see that caramelisation there?
Yeah, it's beautiful and brown, yeah.
Beautiful. What I usually do, John, just the last minute, just in the pan, put a little bit of butter in, a little bit of rosemary, maybe a little bit more.
Why don't you put the butter to start?
Because it will burn, John.
Oh yeah.
It will burn. I want that pan really, really hot. See what I'm doing there?
Yeah.
Can you smell that?
Oh, you can really smell that rosemary coming from the butter as well.
And what I'm going to do, John, is I'm going to stick that into the oven. I'm going to stick that into the oven there, John.
I'm looking forward to that.
170 degrees for about 7 or 8 minutes, and then I'm going to rest it. Make sure you pour all that butter over it. Look, absolutely fantastic. I'm going to stick her in there now. 7 minutes, she'll be done, John. Basically with the potatoes, once the potatoes are cooked, we ground them down, as you would a normal mashed potato.
Do you find it keeps it drier as well with the skin on than peeling it?
It would do. It keeps all the flavour in the potato, and again that lovely earthiness to it as well. Yeah. What I do with the mash, I've just add a little bit of skim milk to the mash, okay? But I don't add butter to it. I add the beautiful olive oil here. Okay, and what that does, it's the same as butter almost, but it gives it a beautiful fruity note. And this dish really needs light flavours because venison is such a heavy meat. So I've just added the olive oil there to the mash. So as you can see, the sheen and the gloss on the potato is absolutely beautiful there.
That's really interesting, isn't it? I see you're cooking very low fat, but do you get many special dietary requirements like this in Danú restaurant?
Well, we would do, John, but what we tend to do here in Danú is, as I said to you before, we treat everything with respect. Like we try not to use flour in our cooking or any chemicals or anything like that. Everything is natural produce, so that's what we aim to achieve here.
So Chad, are we nearly ready to plate up?
We are, John. We are. I'll just go through what I'm going to do. John, I've pre-blanched some lentils here in a little bit of white wine and some venison stock that we made from the bones from the venison. They take about, roughly, you'd soak them overnight in cold water.
Yeah.
Okay. And they take about 2-3 hours, not 2-3 hours, maybe 40 minutes to cook.
Yeah.
And you'd never add salt to lentils. You'd always add it at the last minute. Otherwise, they'll go tough.
Okay.
So
Very useful tip.
Basically, I'll put the lentils in here. Raw vegetables for a little bit of crunch and texture. Some carrot, squash, beetroot, and a little bit of mange too as well. All diced up.
I must admire your knife skills. That is really diced small.
Thanks very much, John. I appreciate that. What I have here is a little bit of pumpkin oil. It's actually Irish pumpkin oil. So a little bit of, see the beautiful deep flavour in that?
That's really nice as well, yeah.
Gives a lovely earthiness to the dish as well. It's quite fruity as well.
It's something you don't see much of that around, pumpkin oil.
No, you don't. Well, it's relatively new. I stumbled across it with one of our artisan suppliers that we have here. It's a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of lemon pepper.
Yeah.
So basically, just move that together.
What's lemon pepper, by the way?
It's what we do is we dry out lemon zest,
Yeah.
pepper and salt, blitz it together, and it's a huge flavour enhancer.
I'll tell you, I'm really impressed with your seasoning skills because you know you don't waste any ingredients. You've got the mushroom trimmings for the venison. You've got the lemon trimmings for the lemon seasoning. Like, so what's next then?
I don't know, John. I think we're nearly ready to plate up. Just into the olive oil mash there, I'm going to add some chives. I always add the chives the last minute because you want to keep them beautiful and green. If you add them too early, what will happen is they'll go yellow. You don't want that.
That horrible old grey colour, isn't it?
So I'll just mix that together there now. So I'm going to plate up here, John. I'm just going to quenelle the potato on the plate there.
And that's to make the presentation nicer, is it? The quenelle's a special olive shape, isn't it?
Well, exactly. And you eat with your eyes, John.
Yeah.
Just 2 small quenelles there.
And then the chives they've stayed lovely and green, haven't they?
They have. Gives a lovely oniony flavour as well, John, you know. Okay. This here, John, is our prune and armagnac. There's just prunes that were soaked in armagnac. I'll just stick them in.
How long would you soak them for?
I'd soak them overnight, John.
What do
and
you
then
do?
I'd just cook them with a little bit of sugar, vinegar.
And that's all made in-house in Danú here,
all made in-house. And just blanch them. I'll take out our venison there, John. Okay, John, so I'm just going to cut the venison here, straight down the middle. Beautiful.
Oh wow, that's come out fantastic.
Okay, John, that's the venison, perfectly cooked. Really nice and pink, as you can see.
Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful colour. And you said just 7 minutes to get it like that there?
7 minutes, and should be rested for about 2 minutes. So I'm just going to plate up there, John.
Okay.
1 piece venison here.
Obviously your plating is very important, isn't it?
It is. Well, you eat with your eyes, John, you know. Another here. I just have a little bit of cauliflower.
And the cauliflower and the broccoli goes nice with the venison as well.
It does indeed, yeah.
That really lightens up the dish as well, doesn't it?
It is. It's very floral notes going on there, John. And you have the crunch because the vegetables are raw.
Yeah. Okay. It's very, very modern looking, and it's a kind of these light dressings are the trend now, aren't they?
I just pickled some cauliflower leaves and a little bit of vinegar, John, overnight. That lovely bit of acidity to the dish.
Another dimension.
And a garnish as well, John.
Yeah. Oh, that's coming together really nice.
And just finish it with a little bit of chervil. And that's venison a la Brehon, John.
Beautiful looking. Yeah, that's wonderful. Wonderful looking colours and dish.
Well, John, there you go. There's our signature venison dish a la Danú restaurant.
Well, I must say that's a wonderful looking appetising dish with great colours. And listen, thanks really for having us here today and showing us behind the scenes and what the kind of dishes you're doing here in Danú restaurant. And I look forward to coming in and seeing you hopefully in the future, Chad.
Perfect. Thanks, John. You're always welcome to be here. You know that.
There we have it. As Chad calls it, venison a la Danú. As I said before, this town is full of beautiful restaurants, and I hope to bring some of these to you in the near future. So until then, good luck.